Hello, I'm Plot Point, and
And I'm Bear. I'm subbing in for Juan today.
it's
You
much
need to
better
know
now,
why.
people. It's much better.
It's gonna be a lot better like this.
Ah, yes. Now, Bear, what did you think of this week's episode? Now we can get into some refined conversation.
Needs more Winona.
Yes, indeed. I find that dogs are an underrated species in this, as Winona seems to be one of the most intelligent characters I've come across in this entire universe. She knows both how to wound them up.
Do you always rant this much?
Yes.
This is why I go downstairs when you guys film usually.
I'll get you.
What's going on? Get out of here, you. Get out. Go. Go.
Go. And
Go.
until you can handle the refined conversation, you shall
Get
be
lost.
gone. We're sorry you had to see that, people. We're sorry.
Anyway, I'm back. So, Afro Circuit.
I miss Bear. Plot point.
And this is...
It's that one brony show, not the other brony show. It's that one brony show. It's that one brony show, not that brony show. It's that one brony show.
Alright, howdy everyone. Welcome back to That One Brony Show. If you didn't hear the jingle, you skipped the jingle. You should go back and listen to the jingle.
Again and again and again, until
We're thinking
you
about
finally
releasing
hear
an
the
album.
secret message.
There's a secret message hidden in it. If you listen very closely, play it backwards, dropped down about
You've got to
50%.
scramble the audio, then
Scram-
unscramble it,
then
then
decrypt
scramble
it.
it again.
Then send it to another computer, decrypt it, and then listen to it forwards again
And
while
it will
watching.
say, "Drink more Ovaltine."
Drink more Ovaltine. So, I'm not sure if you guys. I hope you guys couldn't see that, and I can't make him go away right now. My dog is prowling my room for food. Bear, go away. No, I love you too. I love you, but you gotta go. Go on, get. Go on.
Go downstairs.
Get.
Go to mom. Go to mom. Go.
Go.
Leave us.
Go. That way. No, I love you. But you gotta go. Okay? Alright, so, that's what happens when you don't close the door and you have food in the room. Lots of fun. Alright, so, this was a very, very fun weekend for us last weekend. We got to go to a brony meetup down in O'Fallon, and we're planning on. So if you live in the general Midwest area, mostly in the Missouri, Illinois bi-state area, then you should definitely hit us up. I'll leave a link down below, seeing how, because I haven't figured out how to link outside websites yet. But anyway, link down below if you guys want to find out, and you guys can meet us in person and be like, hey, you guys are cool. So, one thing, big news for everyone. It's big news. They're finally releasing a pony box set of Season 1! In Australia.
Good news for me.
So if you wanna
Australian made.
if you wanna go out and buy an Australian DVD player, which is like Region 5 or Region 4.
In honor of the Australians, I'll try to speak in an Australian accent. At least as how the Americans, or Yanks as they call them in Australia, view us.
So apparently,
Demos.
apparently Australia is now they're getting the pre-orders set up so that you can buy. It's really weird. So you can buy the different you can pre-order the different volumes, but then you can also pre-order a box that comes with volume 1, and then you fill it with the other boxes. It's pretty weird, but
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
so, but either way, Aussie Bronies, you guys are lucky. You're finally getting a DVD release.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
All I know is that as soon as they hit the U.S., though, they're gonna be gone. Like literally, you won't be able to buy these for months. Amazon's gonna be back ordered. It's gonna be it'll be chaos. It'll be chaos.
I think you underestimate how easy it is to make a DVD. It's the boxes that's gonna really set us behind.
Yes, exactly. Oh well, yeah, true. You can.
Now,
Well, the DVDs do take a while to make because even the mass burners that they have to put the data on them still take a little while. It takes a while per. You can't just spit out a disc that magically has data on it.
you can't.
All
You know
right.
how much money these people have?
We have the
just
money.
burning on there with flaming piles of cash, roasting DVDs on spigots made of gold.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's put another DVD on the Barbie. Hey, the Barbie's going down. Put a couple of $100 bills on there.
So that's some more good news. I finally got over my bronchitis, so I can laugh again. I missed it so much.
Yep, I can't kill him no more. I missed my chance. Future me may regret it someday. Fortunately, I'll probably build a time machine. Then I'll go inside the time machine, go back in time, go to McDonald's, and have a McEgg sandwich right before they stop making them. In the future.
I guess if it's in the name of science.
Science.
So, anyway, nice little digression there. So,
You know you love my story time.
so let's get talking to what we're here for, and that is the new episode.
New
So-
episode.
It was another Fluttershy episode.
New
So I just
episode.
want to say this flat out. I'm done worrying about DHX. Every single time, without fail, if I'm ever worried about how something's gonna turn out, or just about
Not
anything.
every other episode. Not every several episodes. Every episode.
Every single episode. They never fail to deliver. Ever. They always manage to get it just right. And I swear, they must have... So, I'm thinking that they have a tiny little pony
Test group.
universe.
Test group.
No, I'm thinking that they made a pony universe, and they're literally just writing down what happens.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they just have a bunch of bronies who they expose with brony rays. And they see the most effective one. And really, what we're seeing on the screen is just hallucinations.
Just all white fuzz, but the brony
We're
rays.
group hallucinating.
So, anyway, done worrying. So,
Except
I'm
for
also...
Neo, he is the one.
So you're not gonna hear any worries about me for any future episodes. I'm not even worried about the Princess Cadence thing with the royal wedding or
Richard
anything.
demands to know what this Princess Cadence bullshit is.
I don't know what she is.
It's
but
bull pocket, mate.
I
bull
know
pocket.
that they're gonna get it right. They're gonna find some way to get it right, and I have honest
This
faith
better
in
be
them.
one fabulous wedding, or I swear I will throw down my shrimp kebab right on the ground and stomp out furiously in my nice tuxedo.
So this episode had a lot of just adorable Fluttershy moments. We had a lot of cute faces. We had a lot of crying, which was just sad. So overall, it was,
So
and then
sad.
it was also one of the big things that definitely made this episode was the fact that it was a little more developmental towards Pegasi as a
So
whole.
happy.
So we got to see like a lot of the Pegasi from the
Especially
Ponyville.
Muscle Pony.
Yeah, we'll get to him. So, and then we also
Him and his
Blossom.
fabulous manly muscles.
Also, Blossom Forth. A lot of you guys know her from the blind bag, so that's a sign they're sort of pushing her into the show. Even though she's a background character, she's sort of getting pushed in. I only noticed her because she's Twilight with a slightly different back main cut and different colors, and she's a Pegasus.
Which is why she gets overstretched.
So,
Twilight should just not try to stretch.
So, first we get to the opening. It's just it's an interesting little opening. It's just Rainbow Dash flying around.
Extra. You're all about it.
Calling all Pegasus ponies! Meeting tonight! Mandatory meeting for all Ponyville Pegasi.
So she's dropping these papers all over town, and then we get our
cat fight.
This is another one of those there she is, like where DHX is just like whoosh, Derpy, there, she's there, and if it like it's almost as if they're hammering home that they're like Derpy's okay. It's like you already calmed us down, don't worry. Although I guess they're probably like if you live in a hole or something, you don't know that she's safe, and so that was a big shout.
I do live in a hole.
Safe.
It's a personal choice. Not that I run out of money and can't afford a flat.
So they have flats in Australia.
They have flats everywhere.
They don't have what?
They have flats everywhere.
What is the definition of a flat? I thought it was
flat.
a flat.
Yes, like your salt flats here in America.
What? So, and then, okay, so this is one of the funniest parts of the episode, and that's the mule from all the way back. Wasn't it like episode 4?
Episode 4.
Yeah, the no offense
See,
mule. He's back!
Library tonight! Be cool or be mule. No offense.
None taken.
He's back. No, and he still takes no offense whatsoever.
It's because a mule's a trusted man. And he won't give up on his, no offense taken at all. Because he's a mule, and he's stubborn as one.
If anything, I think that he should be the new good guy. He's just like...
He should be the president of Equestria.
I'm gonna segue into the next thing. Oh no! Be right back.
It's time for running.
Alright, so, we're back. Sorry about that. I had that epic moment where any of you guys who use a laptop know that moment where all of a sudden it's like beep, 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 and you're like, the battery's going to die. No!
The fusion generator's about to explode.
So I just had to run across the studio, grab my cable, run back across, plug it in. It was pretty epic. It was just like I'm pretty sure there were some backflips in there, and explosions and ninjas.
I fought off several ninjas myself. They make great Bobby.
So now this is the defining moment, just like how in last roundup the opening was the defining moment when Derpy spoke. And this is the defining moment for this episode, and that's with the straight-out shout-out to us. And that's Fluttershy is dressed as a tree.
Fluttershy.
All right, go on in. Find a seat. Oh. You too, Fluttershy. Come on, let's go.
So I literally yelled.
Fluttershy's stealth skills are beyond reckoning.
I almost yelled out as loud as when I first heard Derpy speak when last roundup came out, and I was just like, "This is awesome!" So DHX threw us an awesome little bone with it, and yet it's just another comforting pat on the shoulder where they're like, Don't worry.
Cubo.
Don't worry about the derpy thing. We still love you guys, and we're still gonna put in content that you guys will love. So I
Inject
personally,
the pony straight to my veins.
you guys hear me say this every time, and it's as annoying as heck. But we love you, DHX, from the bottom of our hearts to the depths of our soul. Even when
Feliz
some
Navidad.
people get mad at you, even when some people complain
Feliz
about what you
Navidad.
do, we love you
Feliz
no matter
Navidad.
what.
Prosperous
And it will
años
never
de
change.
felicidad.
Until the day that they
We
stop
wanna
making
wish
ponies.
you a Merry
And if you
Christmas,
do that,
DHX.
if
We
the
wanna
ponies
wish
stop
you a
happening,
Merry
more people are
Christmas,
likely to blame
DHX.
Hasbro. So,
We wanna wish you
by the
a
way,
Merry
if
Christmas
ponies ever
from the
get canceled,
bottom
it'll be
of
anarchy.
our hearts.
Like-
DHX.
Yeah. If Hasbro ever stops the show randomly, I'm sure that there will be bronies who literally
There
storm the
will be
gates.
fire and rage from the sky,
Alright.
burning lands.
We have
and salted
so much
fields.
digression in this episode. I'm gonna make a cut reel. So, anyway, so now we get to this awesome little 1930s instructional film on how to collect
How
rainwater.
to camp. Step 1. Get a supervision adult. Step 2. Get rid of that. Step 3. Set yourself on fire. You've camped. Good job.
Best camping trip ever. So, at the end of the film, it's not even the end of the film. The film burns up, and then Spike's like,
Why do you want to ask so
intermission.
many questions about thinking about stuff?
Every living thing depends on the life-giving nourishment of rainwater. And it is up to Cloudsdale to provide rain-filled clouds to every corner of Equestria. But how, one pony might ask, does Cloudsdale gather all this extra water? Tornado power! That's right, Pegasi-driven tornado power. A team of Pegasi combine their wing power to create a jumbo tornado, powerful enough to pull water out of the local reservoir and funnel it all the way up to Cloudsdale. Remember, Pegasi, your jumbo tornado must reach a minimum of 800 wing power to lift that water up to Cloudsdale. So, the next time you're wondering, where does all that extra rainwater come from? Just remember...
Intermission?
Spike sucks.
No, he was making a dress. You just suck at recognizing his modern art.
Stitch by stitch, putting it together.
Cut by cut, putting it together, making the new episode right. Gotta make it just perfect for the bronies, otherwise they'll have my head tonight.
Video editing in the 30s. Snip, snip, glue, tape. It's done.
Video editing in the 20s. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do that again. Also, I need about $1,000 for another reel.
Alright, so, this part, yet again, another random throwout that's just hilarious, and honestly, there's no way that this was full, like, I mean, obviously some of the target audience probably found it funny, but there's no way that this wasn't at least 80% targeted towards us, and that's Steroid Pony, as some people know it. The canon name has begun to solidify of horsepower. So I'm going to refer to him as horsepower. He calls him Muscle Pony. I call him
Because he's
horsepower.
got muscles.
So, are we gonna train hard? Yeah! Are we gonna be strong? Yeah! Are we gonna be fast? Yeah! Record smashing fast?
So this guy is just
And I'm not talking about molds.
disgustingly muscular. He's just like,
It's just disgusting because you
And
don't
then
understand
somehow-
what it's like to be a muscle man. Ugh.
and somehow he's a Pegasus, and he's got these little wings. So a lot of people have made the theory about how we all know about the wing boner thing, and so the idea that steroids might make your
What?
wings
Steroids
shrink,
make
and-
other things shrink. Like your toes. I mean, 5 weeks after taking steroids, I couldn't even see the edge of those little puppies.
So
It was like, where are they?
So this guy is just something completely random, just like Crazy Barking Pony from other episodes, and it just like Crackle. We just keep getting these adorably random characters that just make the show more and more fun to watch every single time. Now, after his little first appearance, we see, like, the Rainbow Dash is going through and just talking to everyone. So we get a little more push on Blossom Force becoming a background character. Steroid Pony yells again. And then we get to see these really interesting, like, workouts that the Pegasi do with their wings.
Stretch those glutes, Splitter! Nice flexibility, Cloud Chaser. A little too much flexibility, Blossom Forth. Some pony give Blossom Forth the hoof. Let's see some faster trotting, Thunderlane. Good pace, Silver Speed.
They're like tails, mate.
There's one pony who's like doing like in the background, she's like posing like a spy, dangling from a wire, and doing wing push-ups. It's really interesting what all they do to get in shape. Now,
it reminds me of that one scene from Kung Pao, where he starts doing the one-fingered ones, and then he just like...
Oh yeah, with the wind. I don't even feel that's a workout. That's just like your lungs blowing air.
Your lungs are muscle worn. You'd know this if you sang more.
We're no strangers to love.
We're no strangers to love. You see, you've got to project from your diaphragm. You've got to project from your diaphragm.
Anyway.
Don't worry, folks. I'll train him good.
Alright, so, now we get to the part where Rainbow Dash realizes that the only Pegasus who's not there is Fluttershy. So, she goes out to go find Fluttershy, and she's faking being sick. Ponypox.
Fluttershy, I know you're in there. You're avoiding tornado duty, and I want to know why. Fluttershy, open.
Achoo! Hi, Rainbow Dash.
Fluttershy, what happened to you?
Oh, I think I have the pony pox. I'm sorry. I really wanted to come to training day today. But this pony pox has really knocked me for a loop. Achoo!
Seems legit.
What? We heard about ponypox that one time.
In that one place?
Yeah.
On the one episode?
Yeah.
When they were doing that one thing?
Yeah.
Maybe. So, obviously Rainbow Dash sort of sees through it right away, and so then she jumps up, but she's like, there's only one cure.
Pretended to have cutie pox.
Oh, you poor thing. You know, there's only one cure for ponypox.
I know. Plenty of better.
Cold water. Those ponypox are clearing right up.
So, Rainbow Dash dumps a bucket of cold water right on her right on her head.
If she had been sick, it'd be awful.
Yeah, that would have just been so sad. She would have been like, why did you do that?
That poor, miserable, sick, wet Fluttershy. Oh, God. No.
Got her little, her...
So sad.
What are those things called? Robe! There we go. Got her little fuzzy robe all wet. It would have been so sad if she was
That's
actually
another thing. That's a crime against fashion, that is.
So then Fluttershy's
how
like...
long it'll take for that to dry out.
So then Fluttershy's like,
Ouch.
oh, well, okay, I'll just get going. Then falls back on her wing.
You know, all of a sudden I'm starting to feel better. I'll just get out of these robes and... Ow! Oh, my wing. Oh, ow, it's hurt. I guess I can't fly after it.
Messed up wing, huh?
Oh, it's hurt. But then immediately Rainbow Dash scares her and she flies up in the air. That's a bit of... she snaps her wings shut whenever she gets scared or nervous.
As depicted by every time she's ever gotten scared ever.
Her wings snap shut. If anything, like she should have gone through the floor or something.
Or like fallen down and fallen over and just been like, chink.
Like in the last roundup when Pinkie Pie surprised her and she was like... But anyway, just something of note right there. So now she tells us her little story about her experience at flight camp.
It was horrible.
It wasn't that bad.
You're right, Rainbow Dash. It wasn't bad. It was horrible. All the other things used to tease me. A lot.
Fluttershy, Fluttershy, Fluttershy can hardly fly.
I just can't risk that sort of humiliation again.
So, first of all, we all want to love and tolerate the out of those ponies for making fun of Fluttershy, especially Philly teen Fluttershy. I'm really not... She seems to be doing, like, the same age-based stuff as Rainbow Dash, but she's a year old.
Well,
I guess she was that
held
bad.
back a year.
Yeah, she must have been held back a year in flight school and flight
That's
camp.
why she's a year older than everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So we've never. I still want to see Philly Fluttershy. Like, I mean, obviously I have an idea of what she looks like, but we've only seen this like tween Fluttershy, like when she has longer legs and a slightly more skinnier body type, not as cute and pudgy. So I still want to see that, but either way, until then, tween Fluttershy is still just as adorable. So now we get to the part where they're all getting ready for their wing speed tests, and so these two teeny weird Pegasus ponies who are kind of new, they're just like these kind of airheady girl ponies, and so they ask, what does the anemometer do?
What exactly does this machine do?
This is an anemometer. It measures your accelerative velocity and translates it into wing power, thus gauging your cumulative H2O anti-gravitational potential. Any other questions? Yeah! What exactly does this machine do?
It tells you how fast you're flying and how strong your wings are.
Oh, okay, yes.
They obviously haven't met Twilight.
Apparently they haven't met her. And my question is, why didn't they just ask Spike first? The
only reason is because they don't know.
They don't know Twilight, which seems rather. I still love how knowledge about Twilight seems to be like still fairly minimal.
Because she's inside that library like every day.
But it still seems like the star pupil of Celestia would get.
Do you know much about your librarian?
Yes.
Okay, where does she live?
I don't stop.
What does she do?
What does she do and what?
What does she do on Thursdays?
She works at the library.
Okay, now have her run a track meet with a gigantic mechanical machine, and then see if people ask her stuff. And then you can be Spike.
Blink, blink, blink. Anywho.
Makes perfect sense.
So, then, what is that word? Oh, that's what that is. Okay, so, yeah, sometimes I don't understand my own notes. I don't proofread them enough sometimes, so I get a little confused. So we get this cool moment where after Thunderlane does his run, then Rainbow Dash does her run, and then it creates such a wind blast that Fluttershy has to do this little Matrix back bend, and that was just something rather interesting.
Not bad, not bad.
Downward facing dog, upward rising sun, a backwards bending bridge, spinal cord snap right about now, and release your pain. Oh!
So then Fluttershy goes for her run reluctantly, and so as she's flying, these ponies start laughing at the fact she's flying slow, and so then she slows down even more, and she barely reads on the anemometer. And so then they're like, "You did a great job, Fluttershy." But then Spike's just a jerk this episode.
It's because Pegasus have wings and he doesn't.
Tell her.
No, you tell her.
No, you.
Great job, Fluttershy. You measured, 0.5. 0.5? Isn't that like less than 1? Ow!
Why should a dragon not have wings when a pony does? It makes no sense.
Maybe he can tunnel good.
He's jealous.
Remember, he was really good at digging in A Dog and Pony Show.
Yes, but just because he can tunnel good doesn't make up for his lack of wings.
Maybe he flies backwards and he just breathes fire out and flies around.
He's not Godzilla, Warren. He's not Godzilla. If you haven't seen that scene of Godzilla like blasting himself backwards, you just have not lived.
I'll see if I can find it. I'll put the link here. If I can't find it, then I'll put a sad face.
It might be sad, or it could be a link to like something you should click on. Do it. Do it now. Do it now.
Don't do it now. Check it out later, because there's more of us. So
They can open another tab, Warren.
So now we get to the part where I have to scroll. Alright,
No, not scrolls.
so Spike's just like, he's just like, isn't that less than 1? And then she's like, oh. And then she starts to have, like this little hallucination with all of these blue eyes staring down at her.
It's Pinky. There's no other explanation.
So she just has this total
Pinky
panic attack.
eyes are watching you.
She has this total panic attack and runs off. And so, while she's running off, Rainbow Dash tries to convince her not to leave. And then we get the saddest little crying face ever.
Fluttershy, wait! So some punks poked a little fun at you when you got stage fright. Big deal. You aren't gonna go quit just because of that, are you? Yes!
Again,
They blinked.
we must love and tolerate the fools who emotionally scarred our beloved Fluttershy.
I'll love and tolerate them for sure.
So
Right in their love and tolerated faces.
So she runs off into the woods, and then the people who can console her obviously are the people she's always related to the most, and that's her animals.
Thank you, but I'm afraid a couple of little acorns won't solve my big flying problem. I tried, but you should have seen those ponies laughing at me. I know it's important to have confidence in myself. Yes, I do remember. The river was swelling. And you were scared. Yes, I did tell you to never give up. And to believe in yourself. You're right, my friends. I shouldn't give up. I will get my confidence up and show every pony that I am a good flyer. A great flyer.
So we've gotta.
Or maybe they just made chirping sounds.
Yeah. So I've started to think that maybe Fluttershy's a little woohoo, and the animals don't really talk to her like that entire time.
They just gather around her waiting for food.
Food, yeah, they're like, feed us, and she's like, oh, you're right. No, feed us. Feed
Chirp,
us.
chirp, 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 chirp. You're right. Meow. No, I can't kill them. Why do you always suggest that, cat?
So
Cat.
So then they convince her. They manage to comfort
Cats
her enough to
always
where.
tell you to kill people.
So they manage to comfort her enough to where she's willing to try. So we get this awesome training montage.
Yes, Angel Miyagi-sensei.
So-
Wing on, wing off, wing on, wing off, wing on, wing off.
So,
Crane style.
we get, after this awesome, like, she even sucks up her tears. That takes some serious control. But I want to make note, those masks were creepy. Creepy as heck. Creepy as heck. There's no other way to define them. They're like these soulless, empty, hollowed eyes. I found them creepy. I think that Fluttershy should have
The
been
animals, they went into town and then they cut off all the faces
scared.
and used them as masks.
It murdered all the ponies who made fun of her at flight camp and took their faces.
Yep. That's
So-
about it.
So, after this awesome training montage, she comes back and she does her run, but then she reads a 2.3.
What's that?
That has to be some kind of mistake. I worked so hard.
Now, this, for any of you who didn't think about this, but most of us noticed it, that is a huge improvement.
That's about almost like five
It's
times.
almost 5 times her original score. So that is a huge... In one day, she made monumental progress. If anything, if she'd continued at that rate, she would have been faster
She
than
would have
Rainbow
been
Dash.
another muscle pony.
Yeah.
Ooh, with her muscles.
Oh, the steroid Fluttershy. Oh God!
Somebody
Oh
make
God!
it. Somebody make it.
So so then she runs off again because she feels like she hasn't even done an impact. So then we come up to the next day. Tornado Day has come, and all the Pegasus pony are all lined up, ready to do their job. And then Rainbow Dash tries to get them to start, but then Spike shows her the attendance sheet. Guess who's missing?
Everyone.
Look! Lazy Thunderlane! Where is he? He's been trying to get out of tornado duty the whole with his fake coughing and all. Rumble, where's your lazy brother?
He's got the feather flu. He's down at Ponyville Hospital.
But he's not the only one.
Thunderlane and 8 other ponies. So 9 ponies altogether. It was oh no, sorry, actually it's 7 other ponies because there was 8 in total. So
Or like Thunderling's little brother.
yeah, his brother is adorable. He's just this cute little filly, and he's got the most adorable little voice.
Hospital.
I want to know who voiced that little fellow, because it's just adorable. So, of course, all of these Pegasus are out sick. So then Twilight does the math, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry." She's like, we won't have enough to beat the record? No. Oh, phew. You won't have enough to even suck up the water.
Let's see, with those 8 sick Pegasi out with the feather flu. Oh no!
Don't tell me we won't be able to break the wind speed record.
No? Phew. You might not have enough wing power to create a tornado powerful enough to lift the water to Cloudsdale.
So it altogether, then this is where we hit the big problem in our episode, because every episode has to have a little hink that people have to get over. So Rainbow Dash decides that she's gonna try anyway and see if they can at least just get the water up, not worrying about breaking the record anymore. And so Spike,
finally see Muscle Pony fly.
yeah, we finally get to see him take off. So it's actual proof he's capable of at least average speed somehow. And back a few clips ago, or is it a few clips ago? Let's see. Yes, back a few clips ago, there's that cute little tiny pony, and when she flaps her wings, it makes this little buzzing noise. His must sound like a mosquito, like when a mosquito gets in your ear.
No, it's too high pitched for the human or horse ear to hear. But
Like a
when
hummingbird?
Nono was like, Dapplejack was all like, "What's up with Winona?" I don't right know. Oh, Apple Bloom.
So, anyway.
Wish we could take her to Fluttershy, but she's down at that little hurricane.
So, Spike plays this huge horn on wheels, like this freaky, weird-looking horn.
Blow the horn of Gondor.
Yeah, it's just like...
Okay, every pony, let's give it all we've got. On the sound of the horn, we take off.
So he plays it, and then that signals them to start. So they start the tornado, and then Fluttershy comes in for some moral support. She comes back and she's like struggling to come back, but she's there nonetheless. And then there's this one pony who loses control and ruins it for everyone. I don't think that it was an issue of not having a wing power. It's an issue of that guy couldn't stay in formation. He was the weakest link.
And it broke the chain.
So they all
events.
all the Pegasus get scattered to the winds, and Rainbow Dash flies straight into a tree, and her eyes pop out little logs out of the tree, and her eyes are stuck in the tree.
It's long, it's round, it's under the wood.
So this is another
better than
whole
bad,
idea
it's
of the whole "I like to be a tree" thing, and they just further emphasized it there. But it was
trees.
yeah, it was just something really weird. I sort of quivered at the idea of my eyes getting splinters in them.
What? From what I saw, those holes were very finely. They were probably very smooth.
Smooth trees that don't splinter.
Smooth tree holes.
So
You
anyway,
could do it with your eyes. I've done it
so
with my eyes.
Rainbow Dash decides that they're gonna try it again, and we get another.
I forgot my glasses were here.
So we get another horsepower. Yeah.
Muscle pony.
And so they try it again. So if you look in this scene,
I also love his little earrings.
oh yeah, he has an earring in one ear. But yeah, so if you look in the
Hope it's not the gay ear.
so if you look in the tornado, Bon Bon is there. I am positive that DHX is just trolling us at this
She
point.
took a lozenge that gave her wings. It's so obvious.
Either way, Bon Bon is the Pegasus. Here's the picture. Right there. Evidence right there, folks.
And here's two more, just to back us up. Yeah, feel our evidence, back us up.
Alright, so,
all
So, Fluttershy finally agrees to help out with, to help out with everything after she sees that they need just a little bit more power. So she gets sucked into the tornado with everyone else. And so she's flying, and then she's sort of doing her best. And then Rainbow Dash is like, kick up the speed, and so she can't keep up. And then she starts getting taunted again, and we're like, oh no, not again.
What was that? I think it was Fluttershy.
Fluttershy is a boss. Just punches, doesn't even giggle at the ghosties, punches out the ghosties.
She goes flutter insane for a second there, and goes, "Rah!"
So she manages.
We haven't seen Fluttershy insane since the Grand Galloping Gala.
So I'm assuming that they were at 795 before she joined, and if she joined in with her 2.3, then that means that they reached that altogether. At some point, she managed to boost her wing power up to 5, yet again doubling her previous value. So yet some huge development there. So she starts it up, and then the tornado gets just enough power to launch the water into Cloudsdale, and then we get this awesome Spitfire moment. Just mother of God. I love that. It's pretty dang awesome.
Sees this every year, still pretty impressed.
So then, after all the water is successfully drained, Spike blows the horn again, rolls away, and then all the Pegasus disperse and all that good stuff. And everyone lands and cheers. They do this stomping thing, and a lot of them make this derp face when they stomp. It's really weird.
Derp them up with her derp wind.
And Derpies is even weirder because she's derpy.
Derps them up with her derp wind.
Then we get Fluttershy keeps going, and Rainbow Dash to stop her with a cloud.
Your derp has been derped.
And so they bring her back. She brings her back down, and then Spitfire is like, "That was a pretty good job, Rainbow Dash." And then she's like, "Oh, you can't thank me. Thank my strongest flyer, Fluttershy." I'm pretty sure
muscle ponies are strong.
I was half expecting
muscles.
I was half expecting Spitfire to be like, "Oh, okay then. Welcome to the Wonder Bolts, Fluttershy." I was expecting it to happen.
Ridiculous. The uniforms would clash with her mane too much.
I thought of this the instant it happened, and somebody made a comic. It's extremely popular, and so I'm very glad for them. We have no artistic skill. We need some artistic skill.
Please help us. We're desperate.
Call.
This is as much bragging as you're going to get.
1-800-ART-HELP. Hey, that's an actual phone number. 1-800-ART-HELP. And actually, that would be backwards. 1-800-ART-HELP. There you go. Because I'll probably insert that in. 1-800-ART-HELP.
What if they call it?
Then I guess they'll get an art helpline or a starving artist helpline. I don't know. I guess we could go through the hoops to get the number, but I feel like that's a lot more effort than it's worth. Anywho, so everyone lifts her up and they're like, Fluttershy, Fluttershy, Fluttershy can really fly. At first I was like, wait, are they gonna make fun of her again?
The song has been changed slightly.
So, and then we get this Spike has this little, I forget what the flute is. I'll look it up after the episode and post the word right here. It's an actual flute.
It's like a pan flute?
No, because a pan flute is one thing, but it's got two...
No, that's pan pipes.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know, but it's this freaky little... I'm going to call it a pan flute for now, because I don't know what to call it. And he's just like, I will play you the songs of my people. And so they all just wander off and cheer. So, this was another outstanding episode by the people over there. So I've got to say,
Check plus.
as I said before, I'm never gonna worry about an episode
I'm going
again.
to average up all their assignments. Yep, that's an A plus 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 for DHX.
Yeah, so there was just a lot of great stuff. So this personally is just another episode that I'll always remember. Not super high, but it's still a really good.
Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Bye.
Bye, folks.
Forget about don't.
Psych!
Don't,
Anywho, almost completely forgot. So, I've always tell you guys about these, but I'll say it again for anyone who doesn't know. So, aside from our normal cast, we also do a little spin-off series, which is Plot Point's Crazy Theories, which is just Plot Point over here, talking about his crazy theories about the previous episode and the next upcoming episode. It's a lot of fun, and so I'm gonna leave a link for that right here. And then we also do our own little commentary of the show, and so I'm gonna leave a link to that right here. It's called Mystery Pony Theater 20,000. If you get the reference, you're awesome. So, both of these things, if you like us here, the full experience is this, that, and that. And then also, our goal is always to be a hub for you guys as well. So, we also have a pony board right here. Ding. It's always got the newest episodes. I usually have the new episode posted myself about 2 hours after Zyro uploads it, because I download it from him and then upload it. And so, but I link Zyro's video from there, so you can easily use us to find the newest episode of Ponies, because like I said, I link it, so it's always going to be linked to the newest episode in some way or form. And then also,
subscribe.